Limited, and it is my great privilege and pleasure to welcome you all here for the launch of the Belcour cookbook. Belcour Preserves is a small company which we are makers of the Belcour Blue Mountain Preserves line of gourmet, all-natural products. As I like to say, all-natural, made in Jamaica. All-natural! So anyway, the stuff that you're tasting tonight are sort of representative and use some of the products. And the line of products we make are actually the invention and creation of my dear wife and partner, Robin Lumsden. We've been doing the business in Jamaica since we formed the company in 2008 and have been doing it seriously since then. We sell in Jamaica and we hope to and plan to now establish ourselves in the United States market. But the reason we're here tonight is because in 2012 or 2013, last year, feels like a long time ago. Yeah, 2013 was dubbed the year of the cookbook. Robin decided she wanted to do a cookbook, and she organized and applied for a grant from the Caribbean Export Development Agency. And having no experience whatsoever in producing such a book, we launched into it with great gusto. It became a labor of love. I was the project manager, and let's just say there was a serious scope creep. The book sort of expanded as Robin's vision for the book expanded and what she wanted to say with the book expanded. So really, what we're here really tonight is to celebrate the accomplishment of the Belcour cookbook and prepare also for our participation at the Fancy Food Show on the weekend. So, I don't want to keep it too long or sort of break the momentum of the enjoyment of the evening. But I would like to ask a dear friend of ours, or well, a new friend of a dear friend, a new friend who is the sister of a dear friend of ours. And the significance of this is that Lorraine is the sister of Donna Noble, who, along with her very talented daughter, Robin, were the food stylists and photographers for the book. And again, I can only say, we all sort of went at it together, but the level of support, the level of collaboration that was brought and care that was brought to the production of the book, for me it was just remarkable, and it was a blessing. And I really can't thank all the people who have contributed to making the book enough. I would like to just introduce or bring Lorraine.
Thank you very much, Michael. When Robin asked me if I would introduce her this evening, I said, well, yes, that would be an incredible privilege, but on what basis? How am I qualified to introduce the author of this incredible cookbook? So I'm a home cook, but I don't think that's enough. And I can tell you, this is a fabulous, breathtaking cookbook with the most mouth-watering recipes, the type of thing that when you open the book, you think, I want to run into the kitchen, get my pots and pans, and start cooking right now. So this is a serious, serious cookbook. But it's not really only a cookbook. It's a history. It's, I would say it's an ethnography. It's a description of generations of a family who have passed down traditions through recipes and other means. And really it's the life and the love of generations of Robin's family, which is very eclectic, which Jamaicans are. And those of us who are Jamaicans know that. From Chinese, French, British, and other means. So I said, I can do this. This is very familiar to me. I mean, the food is familiar, the history is familiar, the places, photography. Yes, I did this. I was there. I looked at those photographs and I saw your mother with the little flip at the end of her hair, and I said, yes. I remember the days when I used to punish my hair to get it to look exactly like that, and very, very familiar to me. So I said, great. And I started looking through the book, and I thought, I know those places. I remember the 60s. You didn't need to be a certain age. There was no age you had to reach before you could drink. It seemed as if there was no age you had to be before you could drive. And drinking and driving was what everyone did. And forget seatbelts, which I think was probably the same all over the world. How we survived it, I have absolutely no idea. But what was even more interesting to me is how I survived straightening and bleaching my hair platinum and turning up one morning at the Convent of Mercy Alpha Academy. And I survived that as well. So, I just want to say, the places are familiar. Morgan's Harbor, Newcastle, Doctor's Cave, your mother in that bikini, I think I had one exactly like that. And the food is incredibly familiar. Bami, pepper pot soup, chayote, which we call chocha, escovitch, fricassee chicken, and don't tell us that there's another way that we're supposed to pronounce it, because that's the way we pronounce it. All those foods are entirely familiar to me. Now, there's a big difference between my family and Robin's family. We have a tradition of wonderful, extremely talented cooks, but there's no such thing as a recipe in my family. Don't call my mother and ask her for a recipe. What recipe are you talking about? My mother is bilingual. She is fully fluent in Jamaican and in Standard English, but she has a preference for Jamaican. What do you mean? You just take little water. But what do you mean, how much you cook? How many people you having? What do you mean, how long you cook it for? You just know when it is ready. And that is my mother, an absolutely fantastic cook, and my grandmother was the same. It wasn't all idyllic. I remember as a child growing up in Jamaica thinking, how could I be so fortunate to be growing up in this gloriously beautiful place? But it wasn't idyllic. I mean, the thing is, you got beaten at school, and if you went home and complained to your parents, you didn't, because they would beat you too. There was absolutely no malice. It was all done with a tremendous amount of love. But anyway, getting back to Robin and her fantastic family, I would say her illustrious family, and her Chinese grandfather who fought with the Chinese army and was head of the Red Cross and was Surgeon General of the Republic of China. And then the French family, her maternal grandfather who founded Deno and Geddes and who created Red Stripe beer. Now, a lot of us would say, that's an illustrious family history and we can just rest on those laurels for the rest of our lives. But not Robin. I mean, she's an author. She makes her own ingredients. But one of the things that's really fantastic about this book is that it's sophisticated, it's elegant, and it's really down to earth. There's nothing intimidating about it. Any of the ingredients you can substitute. You feel, I can do this. I can really do this. So I just want to say, Robin, just a tribute tribute to you. She's a farmer, she's a chef, she's a beekeeper, she's a human rights activist, she's an entrepreneur, and of course she's not doing it alone, she's doing it with her fabulous partner, Mike, and they have raised two wonderful boys. So I just want to say, Robin, you are, just to say, Jamaica is proud of you, your family is proud of you, we are all proud of you.